Hello, welcome to Pike Creek Farm. My name is Renee, and if this is your first time here, thank you so much. Today we are going to have one of our thrifty and thriving conversations and focusing on thriving today. My dog had to come in and check me out. So today we're going to talk about thriving and how do you feel? How do you feel? Are you stressed? I am stressed quite often. I had a couple days this week where I was really stressed. Family health issues, and I take that all to heart. Are you feeling tired? Are you overwhelmed? And I have felt all of those things. I mean, a year ago, I retired from my job because I felt all of those at the same time, all the time. And I decided to make the life change, and it is definitely a work in progress. I'm doing better, but I'm still not thriving the way I would like to. So let's talk about why thriving is important, why it's essential for your mind and your body, for our mental health and our physical health. It isn't just let's go have a good time. I mean, that's part of it, but it's more than that. If you're healthy in your mental health, if your mental health is good and you're not being stressed and anxious and overwhelmed all the time, it helps you. So thriving brings you less stress and anxiety. And what equals thriving is different for all of us. My husband's out ice fishing right now. This is his thriving. And I'll go with him and it's fun, but I can also thrive while I read a book. First, we need to reduce the stress and anxiety, and that's what thriving does. And it can be through yoga, through journaling, through reading devotions in your Bible, meditation. For me, what I'm noticing is less screen time. I have my phone in my hand far too much, scrolling through TikTok and shorts and reels. I'm trying to restrict that. The mental health benefits of thriving are also increased happiness. We're happier when we're thriving. And that's by doing your hobbies, like my husband, ice fishing, me reading, doing crocheting, working a puzzle. I'll show you a puzzle. I'm spending time with our loved ones. I mean, okay, the best stress relief I have and what takes away all my anxiety is just spending time with my grandkids. My granddaughter just brings me a whole lot of joy and fun, and my grandson, who's one, just brings me joy. I smile more, I laugh more. Also, when you are thriving, and one of the mental health benefits is that you feel a sense of purpose. And that can be from volunteering, whether it's in your church, in your community, at the hospital, going to visit people in an assisted living facility. There's so many ways of doing those sort of things. For me, getting a part-time job helped with that. It gave me a sense of purpose, something to go to without the stress of my other job and without the full-time commitment and without management. So that, learning a new skill like I learned, going and taking a class and learning a new skill, all of those things help with our mental health and our joy in living overall. But, there's also physical benefits. And this is where I really need to focus, I feel personally. But when you're thriving and doing physical activities, the benefits are you have more energy, you have more motivation, and some great ways is just even walking. And so I've been doing some, not as every day like I should, some walking videos from YouTube that are really fun and help me get my steps in and help me move, because it's winter. It's winter out there. We're getting like up to a foot of snow between today and tomorrow. So YouTube works out great for me. And if anyone is interested in some of the videos that I watch, some of the channels, let me know and I will link them down there for you. And when you do that kind of stuff, it gives you better sleep. And if you sleep, you feel better. It's like a circle, a cycle. The more you do that kind of stuff, the better you feel, the better you sleep, the better you sleep, the better you feel, the more energy you have. And you have to like break out of the cycle that you're in. And that's what I'm trying to do right now, because I work in the kitchen and I do my housework and laundry. I go to work, I go to church. I've been doing some activities, like social activities, but the physical part, I'm not doing as much right now. And one of the things that I have implemented this week is more of a bedtime routine, not just staying up and falling asleep basically in a chair and then moving to the bed. I'm trying to get a good routine at night, a restful, relaxing routine. And for me, it's like, doing all this stuff to get ready for bed. And then before I'm to the point where I have the head bobs and I'm falling asleep, I come to bed and I read. My daughter got me a really good book light. Really good book light. Actually, she didn't get it for me. She recommended it. But it goes on and it has different colors and different amounts of light. And it's great. I will put this link down below because I did get it on Amazon. And it has a really nice big clip. So I've been trying to read books that, like, she gave me this book for Christmas like a year ago. And I have other books that I bought that I want to read. So I am reading every night some. The third point I'd like to make about the physical benefits is that it helps with our longevity and our resilience. I'm 63 now. I hope to be around for a good number of years, but I want to be active in those years. I want to be able to be independent, take care of myself, and be able to move around and take care of myself and have fun, still thrive. And my dad's, I think, a good example of this. He's 88. He gets up every morning, and one of the first things he does is he has this rowing machine my brother gave him. And he goes out there and he does 100 rows, strokes, whatever you call it. He does it for 100 times. And he's done for the day, but he does it every day. Every day. And he felt his arms getting stronger and that he has more upper body strength. And he has some issues with his one leg and knee, so it helps to have that part of his body. And that's working his legs too, the rowing machine. So he is doing well and thriving and independent and active at age 88. The other thing that my dad does that I think is really important, and his brain is sharp as anything, he does puzzles every day. He does word puzzles, he does number puzzles, he does jigsaw puzzles, he does computer game puzzles, he goes to bingo, he goes to mahjong, he stays active. And he loves mahjong. So how do we shift from surviving to thriving? I've been doing this in my brain over and over. My husband has this thing that he's told me before, and my husband has this saying that he has told me, and he said it's why he would leave a job, and he said that's where I was a year ago, that he did too much for too little, for too many people, for too many hours, and you lose yourself. And that is surviving and not thriving. So sometimes we're just stuck in that routine and we don't realize it until we're like just so overwhelmed. And at that point, it's scary to make a life change, but it's a good thing to make a life change. So how do we do it? Well, it takes a mind shift. You have to take your mindset and shift it and realize that you need to break out of that routine. You need to break out of whatever is causing you to feel that way. And like for my retirement, I planned for months, years, till it was like the point I could do it. And to the point where all of a sudden I couldn't do the job anymore, where I had reached the straw that broke the camel's back. And I knew that it was time for me to make a life change. The other thing is we need to like practice gratitude and focus on the joy in life, not dwell on the scary things, the upsetting things, the overwhelming things. And so then another thing that we need to do to shift to thriving is change up our daily routine, our daily actions, and change up our daily actions and think of things that will help us and relieve stress. For me, one of those things is meal planning. If I have a meal plan, I don't think about it as much. It's there. And even if I don't stick to it 100%, it is still a guide and it helps me so much. The other thing is to move more. Move more. That's how we can shift. Don't sit and dwell, but get up and move. So I'm focusing on that. So I'd like to challenge everyone, including myself, for this next week to add one thing to your routine, one thing to your life that can shift you to thriving, to bring you more joy, to bring you some happiness. I don't want you to think that thriving means you have to go run a marathon. I get this from my dad, I guess. I like to work jigsaw puzzles. And this one's been hard. But I got it down to just that section, a little bit there, here, and there. I have my colors all separated in these trays. We all need to find something that brings us joy, that fills our brain, fills our heart, and moves our body. If we can get those three things going, we're going to thrive. And that's been my goal that I'm working on this year, and it's baby steps. It's baby steps. So let me know down below the one thing you'd like to add to your routine for this next week to help you thrive. What ideas you have, because I'm all open to hear the ideas. I want to thrive. I don't know how to say it exactly, but I want to live a lot more years and live them fully and happily and able to do things. I want to take care of this body that I have and this mind that I have. So I hope you'll come along with me. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll see you next time at Pike Creek Farm.